Hello and welcome to the MPS main event final table. These 9 players endured a grueling series of tournaments. First off, in the preliminary heats, every player was assigned to 4 heats. They would be assigned points based on their finishes. First place would get 10 points. Second place would get 7 points. Third place would get 5 points. Fourth place would get 3, and fifth place would get 1. Sixth place and any no-shows would get 0. After all the players had their chance to play 4 heats, the top 20 point totals would be calculated, determining the semifinalists. The semifinalists would be put into 5 tournaments of 4 players each, and the top two would advance to the final table. And so, here at the final table, we have Reich Longstaff, Vanity Hermans, Sunshine Kit, Mike Zanovka, Hero Zanetti, Slim Pippin, Tommy Taney, Madness Roth, and Maximum Veloz. The one player missing is the MPS champion, Garmin Martin. Alas, today being the start of Holy Week, he had some prior commitments which he had to attend to. However, that does not reflect on his abilities. His not being here. He did not cut and run. He did not cut and run. Instead, when he found out that he had the time schedule, he still decided to play a semifinal anyways and go the distance. And he made it to a final table, and I'm pretty certain that if he were here, he would cash again. However, alas, he is unable to make it. So therefore, this final table will crown a new MPS champion. One of these 9 players will be your champion at the end of this event. Who will it be? Personally, I'm favoring Vanity Hermans and Mike Zanovka. Vanity is one of the top tier players in Second Life, and Mike Zanovka is actually in a situation that favors him. A lot of these people are out of their comfort zone, so you can imagine that sooner or later they will get they will become very cautious and allow for a lot of pots to be stolen. That fits in perfectly with Mike's aggressive style. That first hand there, for those of you who didn't see it, Slim Pippin hit his straight and bet on the river, but Sunshine Kit was too smart for that and got out of the hand before losing too many chips. 1 second, I'm just going to get rid of all these messages scrolling up on the side. Busy mode is set, and so let's get back to the action. Maximum Veloz on the big blind. Quick limp from Sunshine Kit, who's got position, and the small blind. The rest of the table is folded through. Let's work on this angle we got here. I can't really tell except for in the window. On board, it looks like we have Queen 10, 6, and an 8. 3 diamonds. So if someone flopped the flush, it's just a matter of checking it down, hoping that a fourth diamond doesn't come along. And with the 8 on the board, of course, that leaves open actually 2 straight possibilities with Jack 9 and 9, 7. We see checking around Slim Pippin, as he's prone to do, decides to bid out 80. I'm not too sure where his affinity for betting 80 is. Maximum Velocity raises to 5 times his bet. I don't see Slim calling, so he's probably going to lay this one down. And Sunshine Kit quickly got out of there. You see right down the right hand side that Garmin Martin has signed on. He'll probably only be online. Only be online briefly. He could not make the original scheduled start time, which was 2 o'clock, but we had some issues, and so this game started like half an hour late, which of course turned out to be the time that he projected to be on. There's Slim's fault. So yes, we could probably expect a brief appearance from Garmin Martin. Um, let's see here, Madness Roth on the big blind. I'm just going to send a message to Garmin, the MPS champion. He and I had he and I had a bit of a flap over the scheduling. In trying to accommodate as many players as I can, I unfortunately had to pick a time that was inconvenient for him. My choices, his available times, he said, were either like bright and early, like 8:30 a.m., which I'm pretty sure a lot of players objected to, or very late, like 10 o'clock p.m., which would have been like 4 or 5 in the morning for the people in Europe. So alas, yes, the champion is on the outside looking in. Getting back to the action, we have four people in the hand. Ace, 5, 9, deuce on board. 2 diamonds, 2 clubs. Um, let's see here. Maximum Veloz will limp, and Madness Roth will follow. Mickey will call, and Reich would fold. Okay, interesting fold. He definitely had the polos, but I guess if you miss, you miss. Another quick bet. I'm putting Max on a low pair. Maybe the 5, maybe the 9, and maybe Madness on the ace. Let's take a look at this, and it turns out Madness has the ace, and Maximum Veloz has the 5. Okay, I was right. Um, next hand would see Tommy Taney on the button. This is round 4 of the MPS main event final table, by the way. A quick limp from Mike Zanovka under the gun would be followed by a quick fold from Van de Hermans. Reich Longstaff would bet 120, which is 3 times the big blind. Getting quick calls from Sunshine Kit, Maximum Veloz. Madness Roth decides to fold. It would have cost him an extra 100 to stay in. And let's see here. I think Mike is probably going to limp in or something. Oh, okay. Sorry, I got a little distracted there. This is on the flop. Reich Longstaff is taking a few seconds. He probably has a hand like Ace King. And one thing I always tell my students is to never overplay Ace King on the never overplay Ace King. But at the very least, try to put out a feeler, see where you stand. Sunshine Kids, however, has decided to bet out 180. This will probably elicit folds from this probably will elicit folds. Oh hey, according to the text, Garmin Martin has arrived. Reich Longstaff, he's thinking about it. Sunshine Kit could have a hand like King 7 or a pocket pair. I really don't see him endangering any more chips and just laying it down. After all, with Ace King, when you're beat, you're beat.